Sharpest Name podcast, and we got a special guest in the building today. He's a philanthropist. He's an author. He's a real big advocate for men's health and also for manhood and brotherhood and fatherhood. Let me introduce you guys to BRYAN CARROLL.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
All right, Brian, man, tell us about yourself, man. I know I gave like a little intro, but your words, so your introduction probably better than mine.
Um, shoot, I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a former educator. Just really serious about putting boots on the ground in the community. Um, Big advocate for fatherhood, men's mental health, and just educating. And not, marginalizing education to reading, writing, arithmetic, but in every area of your life so that you can grow and be create that legacy and be a standard for your lifestyle and for your family and lead and understanding what leadership really looks like and just being authentic about that journey that I'm on, that I'm learning about manhood, fatherhood, serving God, everything.
So, what started you to speak out about these topics? What started you to want to uh, build a community, or even to like just do work in your community on these topics?
Just having a problem with stuff. And like, I feel like a lot of times your purpose is involved in the thing that you got an issue with. And you have a desire and you have something in you to help that specific thing. So instead of just talking about it, I said, I'm gonna start being about it. So I ain't like the fact that, growing up where I grew up in Baltimore, like it's just so much we did not know. But like we was lied to. You graduate college, you'll be successful. You do this, you do that, and this is gonna happen. And I'm seeing a lot of things happen to people that were unfair. I saw a lot of things that were traumatic going on in the society as a result of a lack of community support, lack of education, um, not having their fathers in their life and stuff like that. So I said, let me do something about it. And I also said I wanted to become that specific entity to start making some changes.
So, is that where Super Carroll comes from?
Yeah, that's a funny story. Super Carroll came from, I was working at a Bamel Middle School. And I mean, it was wild over there.
That's elementary here in
Now the
DC.
middle, it's the elementary too, but I'm talking about the one that's right next. Well, they keep switching around, but the one that's right next to Westfield.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm over there, and it was my second year as a certified teacher. I'm certified in special education, and it was in the behavior class where you got to be labeled bipolar or you know emotionally disturbed to even be in that class. So you know what's going down in there.
Okay.
They throwing chairs, they fighting, they biting, all types. And I started building a reputation as being pretty good with managing behaviors and working with kids that nobody else wanted to work with. So when the guy that was the actual teaching the behavior class, whenever he was out or something was going on, because he was working on transition into a higher role, they would always call me in there, and I'd do well. And the two aged from the class, they were like mothers. They were super cool. And every time I would come in there, I ain't want to be there. Because, I mean, them kids is wilding. I ain't even gonna lie. They eloping, like, I mean, I guess that's not the right word, but they running. They're runners. You know what I'm saying? They used to run all over the school. And I would just go in there and say, it's going to be them, it's going to be me, and it ain't going to be me. So I would just set my heart to try to reach them. And it really made me learn a whole lot about myself, about how I thought I was patient. That's a whole nother level that it requires. I thought I was kind. It's a whole nother level that it requires. I thought I was structured. It was a whole nother level. And every time I walk in there, it would be like progress. And I would protect the older ladies, the aides, because them kids was verbally and physically abusive at times. You know what I'm saying? And every time I walk in there, she would say, Super Carroll, he's here to save us. That's what the aide would say. And she was just like that old grandmother type that sing them old church hymns and just make everybody feel comfortable. And she used to say that all the time when I would come in there. And I did not want to be there. And it would just kind of convict my spirit like, dang, I really need to fix my attitude and do what I got to do. And I really started thinking about that like, dang, Super Carroll, I like that. They got a ring to it.
Well, that's interesting because when you think about like being so kind of generous, or even like building up, being able to be so kind of generous to certain individuals, you don't really think about it in the aspect. Do these people actually want to be there and to help? Almost like, do you think Superman wants to really help and save people? You don't think he gets like tired or irritated at times?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But that's good to hear. Like, but that type of adversity does teaches us about ourselves. That
Hmm.
type of adversity teaches us how else can you learn patience if you don't have a test to test your patience and to grow your patience? How else can you
Exactly.
learn love and kindness in a loving, kind place? You know
You
what I
don't know where
mean?
you are till you test it.
Exactly. Or what's the saying? You don't know you in water till you step out, or what is it? Uh, what's that saying? Oh man, can't see the forest of the trees until you leave the forest, or something like that.
No, you don't see the snakes till you cut the grass.
That's even better. That's even better.
Heat exposes things. So it's like, if you want to look at pain, it can expose things. Like when you want to build a muscle, we hitting that bench.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you on that set, when it start burning, that's when you need to lean in and really keep going because it's burning because it's gonna tear your muscles down so they can rebuild itself. Or when a diamond is being made, it needs to be refined, and in that fire, that's when it's refined. So those situations make us or break us, and they get to help you to see where you at. But we have to be honest with ourselves and give an honest assessment and stop like looking outward like the blame. Oh, I did this because of this. I did it because of that. It may have been a contributing factor to why you went off or why you got frustrated or why you were impatient. But ultimately, the only thing that can come out of you is what's in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So that I like that. I like that phrase. You got to run to the fire in order to be stronger. Because I feel that because right now I'm running. Like I hate cardio. Right. Like I'm a bigger guy. Cardio is painful.
Yeah.
But what my boys are telling me, you gotta lean into that pain, man. Especially when you start to feel that fire build up in your chest, your
Mhm.
lungs, or in your legs, and you want to slow down. And it's all about leaning. That's when you lean into it. That's
Yeah.
when you let your
And it get easier.
yeah, it gets easier.
That's that process of growth. It's kind of like anybody that's ever gotten a cold tub. That first couple minutes is excruciating.
The first 30 seconds.
It's
First 30 seconds.
excruciating, but once you get past that, it's mental. You know what I'm saying? Once you get past that, then you get to the point where it's numb. Now you coasting. So imagine if we could do that with battling our addictions, battling our bad habits before they even get to addictions. Or the things that we don't want to do. We got to learn how to do hard things well, and that's something I'm like really on the journey, like trying to
That's
work
from
on.
a book.
I heard somebody say it on the podcast before.
I want to say that quote came from a book because
It probably is a book.
popped in my mind.
Learning how to do hard things well, because once we and that can go, creating a balance, because you could be really. I've always been good with working out for the most part, but then I wasn't good with disciplining myself to read or eat right. So it's a whole new, level of discipline. But just being consistent and staying balanced.
No, a lot of things of what you're saying is stem from not wanting to be uncomfortable, running from pain. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting in it or sitting in something that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like being able to sit in your uncomfortableness is like that's where the growth is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Comfortability and satisfaction. Comfortability and too much satisfaction is one of the biggest hindrances to you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you only do things you like to do, then where you gonna get in life?
man, that's true.
That means you giving that what you do most is that what you do best. So if we give our emotions and our satisfactory too much momentum, now it's hard to work back to doing something that's uncomfortable, because it's not comfortable to get up every day early in the morning and give God your first fruit and read and stretch
Where
and go
yeah,
to work
yeah,
and do it. Like doing it one day from an emotional high, okay, cool. I'm talking about every day
yeah.
over. Like Marshawn Lynch said, over and over and over. Consistency beats talent every time.
Every time.
So we just have to be consistent, and I think that is the deterrent when it comes to relationships too, because now it's all about what feels comfortable.
Yeah,
Well, I always say, as a future therapist, like when somebody say I don't feel safe, I want to lean in.
yeah,
What do you measure as feeling safe? What do you define as feeling safe? Because sometimes people are defining feeling safe as just feeling comfortable,
yeah,
and nothing about becoming one is comfortable.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're getting outside of everything that you naturally do to consider someone else before yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the real part about not staying in that satisfactory comfortability realm all the time, because now you're not even somebody who can, I can't do business with you. We can't be teammates because you too worried about how many shots you got, not the fact that we just won.
Yeah.
You know, I thought the goal was to win.
Or the fact that we lost, we took a loss.
Yeah.
You talking about, man, I put up. How what y'all do? Y'all ain't put up
Yeah.
as much. Yeah.
That's counterproductive.
So how does a person begin though? Like, say they listen to this podcast right now. You know what I mean? How does a person begin to try to transform themselves by putting themselves in uncomfortable positions? Like for me, I know after just like years of just like binge drinking and eating bad, you know what I'm saying? I gained like so much weight, bro. Like and now I'm doing the work to get it off me, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the results, but at the same time, I almost feel like catching up. Like I've been supposed to like eating right and being on my health kick journey, but now it feels like, you know what I'm saying, I'm just catching up. But good thing I got my circle, man, because these guys around me, they keep me going. They running 3 and 4 miles every day. They hitting me up like, hey, how many miles you did today? I said, man, I only did about a half. A half, boy, I did 3. You know what I'm saying? I did 3 miles this morning, boy, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay.
That positive accountability right there.
That's why I love, man. That's why I love my boys, man. Just and how we grown, because we never really like we've been boys, you know what I'm saying? But I was getting into a point to where we pushing each other like that, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy, you know what I'm saying, getting this spot. You know, he got his art on the walls, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. Um, you know, me with the podcast, my other homeboy, he's doing DJing. Other homeboy, he's you know, learning trades. So we all pushing each other, man, having that accountability with each other, you know what I'm saying? And when you fall off, we on your ass for real,
Yeah.
Like we
That's
not
what brotherhood is about.
exactly. But I think when it changed though, like it changed to where like I can't really come to you and tell you like whatever bullshit about yourself. You're gonna look like I'm disrespecting you. You know what I mean? Like, what do you know? And you know, it's I don't know how we got there, but how do we get to a point to where even if I'm just meeting you today, now I just noticed like maybe you're doing something wrong, and I may have some knowledge about what you're doing. Maybe like let's say finances. Like you know, I'm good with my finances, and I see you. Uh, Probably you got questions. And I say, man, I can answer your questions for you. Like, how do we begin to have those type of conversations without feeling like we're stepping on toes? Are we trying to make it seem like I'm better or bigger than you in a certain way?
Well, the goal has to be low ego, high impact. And when we drop our ego and really assess the situation, I think it's so foolish to see somebody that's winning or thriving in something and they're trying to tell you something about that and you don't listen. That's stupid. Like, because, back when I worked in schools, I, played college and little football. So I work with athletes trying to help them get to college. I want to go D1. Coach Carroll, like, what's up? Well, you don't want to work out. You don't want to be consistent. You don't want to respect your mom, your dad. You don't want to respect your teacher. You don't want to go to class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we drop our ego and give a accurate self-assessment, it's okay to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I have not given the discipline and attention to what I wanted, and now I'm willing to do that. Or just to humble yourself and say, man, I don't even know. Like when I first became a father, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like I told people before, I sat at the Galleria Mall for 5 hours. I was scared to go home. Why? Because it's like, man, if she cries, so I don't know what to do. Even though I ain't know these people, I just feel more comfortable with people being around. I was like, but I had to lean in. And it's always will versus skill. So that will was strong enough to develop those skills. Now, you can leave me with 5, 6, 7, 18 kids. I'm good. I'm managing them. I'm changing diapers, feeding, cook. You know what I'm saying? I can handle my business now, but I had to drop the ego to, ask for help.
How do we? That's the right answer, but it doesn't answer how do we drop the ego. You know what I mean? Because for some of us, our
You gotta
ego
be
is
vulnerable.
everything.
Be
Man.
vulnerable.
Oh, you asking me to do something that I cannot do.
You gotta be okay with being vulnerable. And think about it like this. Embarrassment is in the eye of the beholder. I could be in front of thousands of people and trip and fall, and then, you know, my shoe fall, I got a hole in my side. It could be just something embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
I can decide whether I can get up and be like, all right, or I can decide whether I feel so bad and take in and consume so much of what they're saying and all that negative energy that I let it affect me. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like when somebody got a pimple and they trying to go like this. Nobody see the pimple, but they see you doing this.
Oh, covering it
So
up.
they see you looking weird.
Yeah.
And like you don't know that they can see you. Your finances screwed up. I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You struggling in your relationship or your marriage. We can see it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't say nothing good about each other. There's no blissful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know,
You're struggling with your parenting dynamic. Your kids acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things are a direct result of something. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep a job. It's a direct result of something. So we see you, but when you gonna drop your ego and just be like, man, you know, and it's okay. And people that your brothers that's gonna come to you in love and be there for you, that's when you're gonna get the help. Because think about it, as we get older, we younger, we thinking hanging out is playing video games, playing outside, hooping, working out, just those things. No true essence to it, right? As we get older and we evolve, friendship is understanding. Dang man, but he can't come, man. He gotta spend some time with his girl.
Yeah.
He gotta focus on that test he gotta study for to get that certification. Oh man, he need to spend more time with the kid. Maybe we should show up at the house and man, like bring some pizza over and sit down and talk and be like, bro, how you doing? Like, bro, you really okay? Friendship evolves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but when we drop our egos, we allow people to see us. Intimacy, into me see. We allow people to see us like,
I don't know. Y'all,
dang.
I mean, hey, break that word down again. I don't think y'all called it the first time. How do you call it?
Intimacy, into me see.
Man.
Like think about it. You don't want friends. You don't want a significant other that can't see into you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want them to be able to see the heart of it. Not somebody you got. It's different. You talking to a stranger, you got to explain everything in detail or be politically correct.
Yeah.
But when you talking to your peoples,
Just want them to know.
you don't want them to like they ain't gotta read your brain, but like I can communicate with you a level where I feel a little more safe and I ain't gotta walk on eggshells and be because you know my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to have experiences like that with people where they know your heart, you know, based on dealing with you, you know. So vulnerability.
I think that's something that my circle and I learned together, man. How to be like that, because I mean we all had our struggles throughout the years, from one thing to another, and we all kind of know how we all get in our head. Like we all talking in the group chat, and that's that. You know, one or two people not talking back. Like, oh man, it's been about a week, man. We gotta go. Let's go.
Good,
Let's go.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hit them up, man. Let's go check on them. We do that for each other. You feel me? Or even if we see one of us just working really hard, like bro, like you okay, man? You a hard worker, but you seem to be working extra hard. Like, yeah, man, just got a lot on my mind, just trying to, get a couple things done. Well, how can I help you, brother, man? What can I do?
That's friendship, bro.
Yeah.
Esteeming. Love is esteeming someone else's need over yourself. Not in a toxic way, but just, saying, man, like, all right, I ain't on no diet. It really is. So I ain't gonna come around with this fried chicken, french fries, and pizza.
So,
I love eating. I want to eat it, and I'm permitted to eat it. But I'm gonna respect where he at, bro. Let's go get a salad. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's go get some grilled chicken or something. You know what I'm saying? Just like little things, just being thoughtful, and about how we handle it. But that comes from the vulnerability and feeling safe, and I feel like a friendship ain't real if you don't go through nothing.
but I don't think do guys make friends like that nowadays? You feel me? Like, do guys make friends like that?
Hey, I'm blessed enough to have a couple of homeboys that's beyond surface level, beyond like, yo, what's up, what's good, I'm good. No, the ones I could be like, bro, I done had partners call me and cry on the phone, like, bro, I think I'm struggling with abandonment issues because of the way my father never told me he loved me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, shoot, my dad ain't said that to me until I was probably like 30 something. And I'm like, so I'll make sure I tell my kids I love them all the time.
Yeah.
Like we having real conversations. We sitting there. That's important. Because think about it. An emotionally unavailable and detached man is going to be like that in his romantic relationship. with his girl. Ain't gonna be like that with his kids. So then what your daughter gonna be doing? Any nigga that takes something decent,
Yeah.
oh my God, he
She
love me.
hyped up.
He bought me something.
Yeah.
Now he smacked like, God dang.
Yeah,
Now I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
look back and say, nah, bro. I'm gonna let her know what authentic love is. I'm gonna let my son know it's okay to say I love you. And you ain't gotta say no homo. Because I mean, we all get caught up into that stuff. With,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love you, bro. No homo. Nah, bro. Just because I say I love you don't mean I'm gay.
Right.
Hell no. It's like, shit, you my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my boy. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
If you need me, if your kids need me, whatever. Like, you my brother. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get to a point where we're authentically willing and leaning and allowing ourselves to get to that point. Otherwise, we're leaving too much meat on the bone for our relationships.
Man. So what does the process look like? How do I begin? If I'm listening to us, we sound good though. We sound good. We dropping gems. But how do we just start? And I want to say, I think therapy. I mean, I think therapy is really important.
Mhm.
I think because it's the difference between talking to somebody, one of your boys, but they not trained professionals. You're talking about a service. You're talking about a trained
Mhm.
professional who studied this, who studied the field. Listening to this man, I think just therapy is really important. It doesn't cost thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I think therapy is nowadays a lot more accessible
They can do
to
sliding
all of
scales,
us.
like with your insurance,
Okay.
and they actually have other opportunities where you can get stuff for men. Me and some friends are working on doing like a group session thing that we can do with guys that'll be free. And
Man, that would be dope.
yeah, yeah, because we just, we just got to put some stuff together. So I'll definitely let you know because, man, it's important for men to be able to get together and just
Yeah.
talk. And I'm telling you,
Fellowship.
we say men don't open up. Every group session I've been to with men, it start off quiet.
Yeah.
Then we gotta like, all right, y'all, we gotta go soon. Like because we carrying so much.
Yeah.
That's why we sit up there breaking down crying. That's why but too often we crying in private. I used to be scared to cry in front of people. Now, shit, I let them tears out wherever. It is what it is. Like that don't got nothing to do with me as a man. Like I'm carrying a lot. I done been through a lot. Think about all the experiences we got. And if you hold everything in, what happens to like a volcano? Like imagine we could say a volcano, all this building up, and then what? That's what our emotions like. That's why we be going so hard at the basketball court. We arguing over a call. It's deeper than the
Yeah.
call. You feel disrespected. Why? Because you never felt respected. You never felt heard.
Also, that's not even a recent feeling.
Man,
You've
it
been
be
feeling
deeper
that.
than that. It be deep, man. I
Yeah.
play ball, man. I be knowing, dude. Some of the cats I know that I seen them when they was in school, bro. You was in a class with two other people in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you really trying to be a blood or a crip because you want to belong to something. Your daddy ain't there. Your mama doing whatever she doing. There's a breach in a relationship.
Raising ourselves pretty
You
much.
want to feel connected to something. So now you're going to go do some crash dummy stuff. Now you're trying to figure yourself out. Now you feel like the only thing you attach yourself to is the streets or playing ball. You ain't really that good at playing ball, so you in there. So you putting all that on a basketball game.
Yeah.
Where I noticed the guys that are a lot more emotional healthy in relationships or marriages and stuff like that, they ain't tripping. You ain't give me a call. All right. I mean, I know it was weak. You fouled me, but it is what it ain't that deep. The guy that ain't, he gonna stand on it.
Yeah. He ain't letting it go.
He willing to go to the bag on it.
Yeah.
He willing to go to the call. He willing to put everything on the line over a call. Why? Because it's deeper than the call. He ain't never felt seen, and he willing to do whatever it takes
To be seen.
to be seen. And
Yeah.
that's dangerous. That's why we gotta let these young men know, I love you. You're amazing. Yup, you 5. Hey, you can't do a backwards flip. You ain't got coordinate. You can't catch.
Right.
You ain't the best reader in the world, but I love you. And guess what? I can sit here and work with you on your reading. You matter. Like you're amazing. Oh, you're 10 years old. You're amazing. You're 15. You're amazing. No matter what type of shoes you got on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Stop celebrating all this bullcrap because now everybody fighting to be seen for the wrong stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what, man. When I get around guys that talk about like money and finances, bro, like you can see like some of the guys you can have conversations with about money. They dress so regular. I'm talking about hooping shorts. You know what I'm saying? Plain white
T-shirts.
tee.
Look at these billionaires. They be
Money
chilling.
got money invested.
Broke dudes be
And
having all that extra stuff.
being a man of substance, right? So being a man that's confident in yourself, being a man that's full of confidence, that's full of faith, that believes in himself. You know what I'm saying? Being a person of value, moral character, being of substance, is better than to be seen. You know what I'm saying?
That's an inside job,
Yeah,
and that's a daily process.
you got to build that.
That's not something you can just pick up and drop off.
Oh, that's not something you can buy and put on.
That's something you can buy and put on. No,
Yeah.
that's something you got to do every single day. That's something you do in the dark.
Yeah,
So when situations and circumstances present itself in the light, you are the light.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's that hard work when nobody looking, doing the right thing when nobody looking,
Not getting no pats on the back, no congratulations,
managing your emotions.
no good jobs. You did that.
But I mean, we deserve that, and we need that. I
Yeah.
think that's good. That's good for the soul. That's good for the spirit. Great job, man. I really appreciate it. We need that. We need to do that to each other, bro. Bro, you dope. I appreciate you, bro. Oh man, man, I just see how you moving, bro. I just see you showing up as a dad, trying to do the best you can. I see you going to work, man. I'm seeing you choosing to respect your girl, even the stuff that she wouldn't even know about.
Man.
Like I respect you. I appreciate that. Not on that. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, come on, man. Like, you gonna get robbed.
Oh yeah, dog. That's the thing. I be tripping about. Like, okay, you flash your money on social media where thousands of people can look at you. They might not know where you at or who you are, but somebody who's watching probably gonna see you and know who you
putting
are.
their
You know what I'm
location,
saying?
putting it where every time they go eat, they gonna find you.
Yeah.
They gonna catch you slipping.
See, that's one thing I love about my generation. Like, we gonna do something you probably ain't gonna never know about it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Some way or another, it's switched
And-
over.
and
So
what-
like, I'm gonna show everybody
Why
everything
do I
that
even
I'm
want
doing.
to? Like, why I want to tell everybody where I'm at, what I'm doing all the time? That ain't none of your business. If I wanted you to know, I'd have invited you.
Like what you're saying, that need to be seen. You ain't
Need
never
to be
been seen
seen.
before.
Need to be seen,
So
bro.
now you got to be seen. Man, that's deep. I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I like to pop out. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like, every now and again. Every now and again.
no,
But
it's cool. It's
Yeah,
cool to
yeah.
pop. I'm talking about them attention whores.
yeah,
Like you just feed off that attention. You know, you need it, and now it's dictating what you do and how you move. See, if you're gonna do it regardless, that's different. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do this regardless. But if I'm only doing this based on how people feel about me, now I'm allowing them to dictate, and that's what fame and a lot of situations and circumstances can do to people. Because I know people with 100,000 followers and all that stuff like that. They miserable. Not all of them, but there are some people. They broke. They just doing it for the gram. They doing it for this. They trying to uphold an image, and now their ego is so high that they can't say, "I really need help. I'm really struggling." You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to have those friends and those people in your circle that can love on you, that can, always speak life into you, and that can be there for you. It's not gonna judge you, not gonna talk down, but they're gonna hold you accountable, but do it in love.
and that's one thing I want to. That's one thing I want to maintain. Like, as I'm building this platform, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I do reach that plateau of a certain amount of followers, I don't ever want to lose the authenticity that I believe I'm trying to build. You know what I mean? Being able to have these conversations, to be able to be vulnerable with my guests here, on the podcast. I just don't ever want to be dictated about my growth. You know what I mean? Be so obsessed about my growth, and I'm willing to just focus on that alone. You know what I mean? Well, the purpose is more so is just to build the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To fellowship, like what we was talking about, and to tell one story at a time, one episode at a time.
Well, we just got to get on that journey to be delivered from what people think. And I mean, that could be something you got to work on every day. Because, I mean, you might feel real comfortable about it today. And then tomorrow it could be something, or next week it could be something. That's something I'm personally working on. Like, I got to be authentically me. And so what? One thing I learned, especially from being on TV, people going to create whatever story they want. They going to think whatever they want. You could say the wall is black.
Yeah.
Somebody going to misinterpret it and say that you sexist or racist or something. They're going to find something.
They're gonna use the big word.
They're going to find something, because a lot of people see things through the lens of their own trauma and dysfunction. Somebody who grew up getting abused, and you say, I'm saying, I'm disciplining my child. I had to do this, do that, they're gonna have an issue with it because of their experience.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to project on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like we gotta be delivered from what people think. Now we need to have a healthy construct of what's leading us through wisdom and love in our approach to do things. It ain't no license to just say and do whatever you want. But not allow people to really dictate, especially people that's like, you on crack and you trying to tell me about working out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're all some healthy crackheads now.
Now they be ripped up.
I don't know you.
They got that one on Ella.
That's what I was about to say.
Dude be doing them backwards flips. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know what he on.
Man.
But yeah, he is. Dude look like he a A1 athlete.
Like he just do push-ups all day, every day. Just got nothing else better to do than to do backflips in the middle of a busy highway.
All he eat is protein and the ooze from Ninja Turtles. Like, do this. Maybe the crackhead wasn't the best example.
I need to go work out with him. Yeah.
Shout out to the dude on Ella in 1960. He be barking, looking in the window, just look straight.
I was like, man, I can't. You too close to this car bag.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Yeah, he be out there though. He been out there for a few years too.
Hey, consistency. We were just talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think that man ripped for no reason.
We need his workout regimen.
You know what I'm saying?
And maybe it's something in the crack.
Tell us about your work, man. I know you're an author, man. I know you've done a lot of things. You've been on a lot of different platforms. And that's why, man, I'm so excited to have you on my platform. I don't know if people understand right now.
Appreciate it, man.
But so I know what are you working towards? I know you're working towards being a therapy specialist.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
Well, I graduate in December, so I'm gonna take my test around that time, get my master's in mental health counseling to become a licensed professional counselor to be a therapist. Right now, I'm a behavior specialist, so just working with a lot of kids and some adults in the community, learning, giving them skills, training, case management, helping them to navigate through different situations, circumstances. Still working to go. I do trainings with adults like principals and teachers at schools, teaching them about classroom management, school culture, how to, manage that work-life balance and teacher burnout. Education has always been kind of wild. Like it's off the chains in the schools, but after COVID, it just got way worse. Like so, doing that, got some new books working on for kids and just trying to get this content to really help kids out there, make them feel uncomfortable. Make them feel uncomfortable in certain bad things, get them more comfortable with doing the right thing. Social media has really had a really wild dynamic in the kids with exposure. Like when we was younger, if we wanted to watch something we ain't need to watch, we'd stay up late.
Yeah, had
or,
to.
Or we'd go, get a little tape or something. Like we had to like go through stuff to get right now. They just got access to everything on their phones, in their brains. It's hard for a fully functioned adult brain to handle all this stuff we seeing.
Yeah.
So imagine when you 10. Imagine when you 12. You know what I'm saying?
Hyped up on hormones.
Yeah. So it's crazy. So just trying to, combat that, and like I'm just passionate about that. And then fatherhood, man. And fathers know, man, we could do it. If God has given us the mantle of leadership, to love, that's the highest power in the universe, love, right? So if he told the man to do that at the highest level, that means we got it. Like, so we got to stop leaning on, well, we got to fight back against an oppressive system. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk a lot about men that aren't there, but after being in the court systems and just hearing testimony and seeing how systematically how things go in a capitalist society that's more worried about making money than building and repairing families, we see that that's not really the case all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people, and for women that got something to say about it, I love to talk to you about it, but don't expect him to do nothing that you wouldn't be okay with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the cure is love. If we had more equity and care for each other within this dynamic of parenting, and we focused on what was best for the child, we wouldn't even be doing all of this stuff. All of the arguing and the craziness in the courts, and all that craziness, because man, a lot of this stuff ain't got nothing to do with the kid.
Man.
It got everything to do with how we feeling. We stuck in our feelings. Kids gonna be kids, bro. Adults going to be adults.
And the courts win. The courts win no matter what. Like whenever you go to court
Oh
over,
yeah, it's $5,000 retainer
oh
or
yeah,
more. Filing paperwork, going to be money. Appearing in court, whether they do something or not. Filing this, filing that, all of that stuff. That's expensive.
the courts win at the end of the day. Whenever you need the courts to step in between you and another person, the courts always, when they're gonna get their money, they don't get their bag. And the lawyers gonna get their money, they're gonna get their bag. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wins when the family feuds.
Nobody wins.
Jay-Z said it.
The family doesn't win.
Family don't
You know
win.
what I'm saying?
Family don't win.
That's why I mean it's always like if you're gonna enter into societal contracts like parenthood or marriage and stuff like that, man, do your best to keep it outside the courts. You know what I mean? You don't need the courts to me personally, I don't think you need the courts to legitimize anything. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
It's all about money.
that's all it's about, man.
It's about money. It's definitely all about money. So we have to keep the integrity of the relationship.
Got to.
Of course, and there's different paperwork and things that we can put in there and disciplines to hold ourselves accountable.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to get outside of like it's like as we grow up and educate ourselves, we just like, damn, I've been lied to about so much.
So much.
Whether it's how money's supposed to be, how work and what's successful, all this stuff, we've been lied to with so much that's like, man, now we got to unlearn to relearn. And you got to get with people that's on that path and that's willing to learn with you. Because the worst thing you can do is to put yourself in position for something that's a lifelong journey for people that's unequally yoked with your path. And just think about that. What the equally yoked thing is two cattle on one yoke.
Yeah.
They got to plow.
Yeah.
But if one of them is tired or lazy, or one of them is hurt, or one of them refuse to go straight, and they keep stopping, then you can't go forward.
Yeah, the car can't go.
Car can't go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop getting into these emotional and spiritual contracts with people that can't go with us to the next level.
And I want to tag on to that equally yoked part. Equally yoked can be anything, in any relationship. Like what it typically means is somebody who can work with my weaknesses and strengths, and I can work with their weaknesses and strengths. We don't necessarily have to be thinking or have like the same mindset, but as long as like your strengths and weaknesses accompany mine in a way that we can grow stronger and we can build this system around each other together. Like I know my boys, we all from different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Kind of different ages. Like we all in our 30s. You know what I'm saying? More or less starting or more or less into the 30s. But yeah, we all have like different mindsets, but we all push each other. We all know we all know at this point where we lacking in certain
Y'all
things.
all got the same goal.
Yeah, pretty much.
No matter how we get there in different ways.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I think a basketball team or the body is perfect. Like the ears have a certain function, the eyes.
Right.
You don't think your pinky toe do a lot until you bumping on the end of the bed. Now your pinky toe hurt. Now you can't even walk straight.
Yeah.
Now because you can't work, so you overcompensating on one leg, so then the other leg getting stronger, but this leg getting weaker. So then it might be an imbalance to hurt something else.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if the person you yoke with don't have the same strengths as you, they're committed to the same goal.
Yeah.
So they're finding a way to add value. You know what I'm saying?
I can be a hard worker. You can be smart with the money. All right. I'm gonna trust you with the money. You invest it or you save it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we have conversations and teach me as we go along. Like I'm just not gonna rely on you.
Yeah.
Like teach me like, okay, this is an interest rate and da 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 da. Go like that way. You know what I'm saying? So man, Mr. Carroll, man, I say Mr. Carroll. That's how much respect I have for you, man. All right, man, Brian, man, I want to thank you for coming on to the podcast. I know you dropped a lot of gems. I learned so much, man. I can't wait to just go to this episode and start rewatching it. You know what I'm saying? I probably missed a few things, but I can't wait to go back and rewatch it. And I can't wait to put it out so everybody else can absorb and hear what you got to say, what we have to say. I think today, man, it was a great talk, man.
Man, appreciate me for having me, man. It was an honor, man. Thank you for having me on, bro.
Thank you, man. And we're going to end it out. It's your boy, Billy the Kid, Billy the Goat, and we out.